I can walk without having a heart attack. When I'm hungry, I'm not looking for the biscuits and the sweet things and that. It was me wanting to be around a little bit longer. I'm down almost 20 kilos and I'm down 2 tablets from being on 3. Hi, I'm Maureen and my family is from Leeton and we're part of the Weejali Nation. When I started the program, I was overweight and I am type 2 diabetes, and I never exercised or did anything of such nature, and worked full time, so there was no time for me to look at things that I wanted to do and, improve myself. What happened was I generally go to Emerton Pharmacy because that's where I get all my medications. And when I walked in, Curtis had this shirt on, and I have known him for a very long time. So I approached him and said, "You're not Aboriginal and I want that shirt." And he was very gracious and said, "I'll show you how to earn it. Come on and we'll talk about it." And that's exactly how I've got to where I am today. Curtis was very, very informative with what the program was about and the very strict guidelines with food. When I first started the program, I was 86 kilos. And when I lose 1 more, I'll be down to 66. So that means it's 20 kilos have gone since July last year. And I do quite a lot of walking in the morning because my job situation's changed now. And I only work 4 hours a week, doing arts and crafts with elders and adults. And the food, I didn't mind changing the food to go with the program because I wasn't, as much as I was carrying a lot of weight, I wasn't gorging all the rubbish food. Work became quite hard because I was active all the time at work, and then when I come home I just go to sleep. Yeah. Our children are adults, and so there's just me and hubby at home. So I'd come home and I'd fall asleep and my husband would cook dinner. "Dinner's on the table, mate." "Okay, thanks." But yeah, so I found it very tiring because of the extra weight. And as I was losing it, I wasn't coming home and just going to sleep. Carrying the extra weight, yeah, it was a bit hard, but it was something that I was used to. And the other thing with all of this is my whole family look like me. So we were all thinking, oh, it's in the genes, it's a family thing. And now when my family sees me, especially my sisters, they ask if I'm sick because I've lost weight. So they put that down to, oh, you're sick. And I'd say no, I've changed my diet, I walk a lot. When I was overweight, I stopped doing any sports, and I used to love doing netball, and I stopped doing any sports because it just wasn't worth it. And with my years, many years of netball, my knees are crap. So if I do anything physical, actually even when I go to work, I wear knee guards and ankle guards because I'm on my feet the whole time. Yeah. My doctor, who's on board with all this as well, she said that you're doing very well. She said, but because Ray and Curtis were saying that for my height and my age, pardon me, I should be 70 kilos. And I'm like getting down to my 66 and I'm feeling fine. I feel really good actually. And I've had to have my clothes altered, like sewn in. And I have a lovely sewing lady that does that. I could do without pizzas and Maccas and Kentucky and all that because I wasn't happy eating that anyway. I just ate it because it was there. And now I would go to family gatherings and they would have all the chicken and the rice and the this and the that, and I'd turn up with a dish with all salad stuff. And they'd look at me and they say, "Is that all you're going to eat?" And I said, "Well, it's got my salmon in there and it's got my salad, so yeah." "What about, do you want a bread roll with that?" I said, "Well, actually, no." And I'm okay to say no. Between Curtis and Ray and my doctor, if I would have just left it untreated, I would end up on insulin. Yeah, I didn't want that. I don't want that. And I'm down to 1 tablet now. I've had 2 knocked off the perch already. So I've just got 1 more tablet to go. Again, I put it back to having a supportive husband. And he wasn't the type of man that say, "Oh, what are you eating that for? That's garbage, you should be eating it." He would never do that. So I put it down to family support and I put it down to me wanting to be around a little bit longer for my children and now grandchildren. So yeah. I have a group of walking buddies and so I'm actually enjoying walking with them. I'm enjoying those kinds of things without having the huffing and puffing and think I'm going to pass out. And it's because there's a group of us, we do lots of walking and talking. So it's not as if I'm wanting to do a marathon, because I don't. The only thing I don't like about it, the negative, is the time, 5 o'clock in the morning. I like my sleep. Yeah. So, but it's all been good for me. Personal goals, you know, my grandchildren are, you know, very proud of me as well, and yeah. But my family, my sisters, I visited one of my older sisters, and they brought out a sponge cake and this slice and that slice, and I said, "Oh no, I can't eat that." "Oh, it's not going to kill you." I said, "Well, you know what, it might." And I said to my niece, "So have you got an apple?" And she went, "Yeah, Aunt." I said, "Okay, I'll have the apple." And my sister was saying, "Oh." I said, "No, I'm good." And this is a sister who's on insulin. A lot of my older sisters come from the stolen generation, so they've got those kinds of underlying issues. For you to be a person wanting to do this, you're going to have to want to do it. You can't just show somebody and expect, "Oh yeah, I'll take that up," when it has to be something within them. And I think for me, it was me wanting to be around a little bit longer. What I have found is when I'm hungry, I'm not looking for the biscuits and the sweet things and that, you know, making a sandwich. My favourite sandwich is peanut butter and honey. I haven't had that since July. And I'm noticing that I'm not missing those foods. I'll be happy to cut up an apple and an orange and a carrot. And if I'm hungry, that's like the sort of stuff I will do instead of sandwiches and biscuits and cake, and which we don't buy them anyway. Grateful. I can walk without having a heart attack. And not just walking, it's the distance that I'm able to do. like the 4Ks around here, the 6Ks around the river. I think the main thing about me is to get rid of the diabetes, because apparently the program, not apparently, definite, the program is planned to do that. Help you along the way, looking at your food intake, looking at your exercise, and getting rid of your diabetes. And I believe I'm going to do this quite well.